Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Oh, why, thank you, Professor. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Normally you seem a little bit, grumpy, I guess, but this time you're happy.
I'm never grumpy. I'm never grumpy for class. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes
sorry,
I'm grumpy at the delays that are, in-person student causes.
What?
What? Are you having a stroke?
Oh, okay. I think he was saying that he's upset by the delays caused by our in-class students.
Yes, Professor got it.
God, I need a translator for this
So basically, that is true. That in-class student, as Mr. Curtis so eloquently put it, or as I like to say, our trainer in training, is young Corbin. If you could, please say hello to everybody.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Corbin here, looking good, getting in shape. Whoa, I'm feeling great.
Oh, you're getting in shape, huh?
Jacob's class, he's gonna show you the way. Something like that,
I mean, as long as the quote-unquote way is, various aspects of Pokemon biology, then yes, I suppose so. I guess I will show you the way. So you're getting in shape,
Take control!
Oh, God,
it's in your soul!
Professor.
Now we're on a roll!
Professor is my northern star, guiding me on the way of Pokemon education.
That's right.
Wow, everybody's so poetic today. Maybe I should have made the assignment a poem.
Professor Jacob's classroom, he brings out the best in you!
Wow, okay, so you've
the best.
Good. So you've seen the commercial that we put out, Corbin.
Yeah, I did. I actually did see it.
That's great.
You had the corner of my head in the background. In one of the shots, I really appreciate that. The logo was kind of covering my face.
Exactly. But we didn't want to have to, have you sign a waiver or anything. So that way we could kind of avoid that.
Right.
Mr. Curtis actually did the music for it, which is weird. I didn't know that.
Wow, I didn't know. Mr. Curtis, are you a musician now?
I dabble.
And you dibble and dabble?
Most things that can be created with silk, I can do with not so good on the reedy, but the reed instruments, but the strumming instruments and drums and percussion and stuff like that. Anything basically I can use spinnerack silk to make.
Yes.
I can make an instrument.
Wow.
So
and he is proficient with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the one resource that is not short in supply at the Mr. Curtis household.
Professor Jacob's classroom, we bring out the
best.
best.
I know it's a very catchy commercial. But yeah, be on the lookout for it, students. See if you find it, if you see it in your day to day, let me know so I can learn how far it's reaching.
Yeah, please.
Anyways, today, I mean, you're here for a reason, right? Everybody's here for a very specific reason, and that reason is to learn about Pokemon. Yes.
Yes.
Pokemon biology. Does anybody know who we're going to talk about today, this week?
Ooh.
I think we decided on Hitmontop, right?
I think that was the decision that we made together. Yes.
It's not a class decision. It's not a democracy. We don't vote on.
Can we start doing that? Because I'm ready to talk about Rowlet. I'm tired of joking. I want it done.
I did have a meeting with the student council, and
I'm sorry.
That is what we came up with. So
who's on the council?
You're the president. That's the.
I wasn't invited.
So it sounds like it was just a meeting between you and Mr. Curtis then.
Well, I wasn't a part of it. Who else was in this meeting?
Well, we had a sit-in. Perry was your circuit. So
he said that he speaks for you. Is that true?
That's right.
What day is it?
It's Wednesday. It's always Wednesday.
Yes, it's always Wednesday. Yeah, he speaks for me on Wednesdays.
Okay. Well, this was on a Tuesday, so I guess everything we discussed doesn't count.
Dang it! Oh, we'll have to have the meeting again.
On Mondays, I speak for him, and I just say Psyduck repeatedly.
I'm glad we don't have class on those days then.
Same. Yeah, my history teacher hates it.
Okay, anyways, we're not learning about Hitmontop, we're not learning about Rowlet. You guys each get one more guess, and then I'm gonna tell you.
Decidueye.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Decidueye, probably.
No, okay.
Let's
We're
guess.
learning of... Man, I cannot wait until we actually learn about Rowlet or Decidueye, because at that point, you guys will probably guess a different Pokemon. And it's gonna be so funny. We're gonna have years of build up.
Honestly,
to this absolutely hilarious joke, and everybody's gonna lose their mind.
It's gonna be a joke like 7 years in the making.
Yeah, all the students at home are gonna be expecting you to say Rowlet when we're learning about Rowlet. You're gonna say something dumb like Weedle, and everybody's gonna, poop their pants from laughing so hard.
All our thousands of listeners will celebrate. Will send us tons of emails and messages saying, "Wow, that was the funniest thing that's ever happened in the classroom. Please, can I buy a shirt with Mr. Corbin's face on it? I need it now.
Mr. Corbin.
Please, I need it. Mr. Curtis, have my baby, please." That joke was
Okay,
so
all
funny.
right, you can't say that now.
That's easy.
What?
I'll
He's
send
an
you
adult.
one. Just send me a postcard and $5 in the mail, and I'll send you one back.
That's all it takes to buy a baby from you?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
As long as it's a Spinnerack baby. Anyways, great jokes, guys. We are actually learning about Lickitung today.
Ah!
I know, close with the Decidueye guess.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit off. Has anybody seen a Lickitung? Does anybody know what Lickitung is all about? I'll give you a hint. Its name is very descriptive.
I was at an ice cream parlor once with one of my cousins, and I did see one who was actually working behind the counter. He was not very good at his job because he slobbered all over the ice cream. He was fired on the spot.
I would not eat that ice cream. Why did they even hire him? They must have known that was going to happen.
Well, he convinced the manager that he really liked ice cream, and that was good enough reason to hire him. Nope, that was his downfall, actually. So didn't work out. Well, unfortunately.
Not the best.
I'll just say this. If we use the same naming convention for how we named Lickitung, then Mr. Curtis would be Stinky Trenchcoat Guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what I call him on my notes in my diary.
And Corbin would be Bad Rapper No Dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this tracks.
Was that too mean?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not that bad a rapper.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But of the two things, I think I'd rather have my dad come back.
Oh, really?
No, I
was gonna say, 'cause you didn't know
I'd
your
rather be a
dad.
worldwide rap sensation.
Yeah.
Yo.
Because then you could use the influence that you get from not having a dad.
Yeah. Yeah, don't need your dad. So sad.
No, you can't rap. You can't. Corbin.
What?
What did we say? What happens?
I can't rap in the school or I'll get arrested.
Court ordered.
Court ordered.
Okay.
No rapping in this classroom.
All right.
It ain't happening. Because that would be
am
so
rapping
rude.
in.
That was terrible, Mr. Curtis. There was no flow.
Very good. Very funny. Has anybody seen a Lickitung before?
Yeah, I just went over this. I've seen one.
Oh, I don't listen to you. I was not listening to you when you talked. I'm sorry. Mr. Curtis, have you seen a Lickitung?
In paintings. Not
paintings.
Not in person.
Lickitung is a common muse for many artists.
Right.
They were very
paint
common
medium.
in the Renaissance era. A lot of
the
Lickitung
Pokemon
photos.
Renaissance.
Lot of Lickitungs.
It was
Honestly,
you'd see a picture of Arceus, with its front leg outstretched, and then a Lickitung with its tongue reaching up to touch the paw, the leg of the Arceus.
Right.
I mean,
yes.
yeah, exactly.
We have all seen that one. That's a famous one.
That's a
Very
famous
famous.
one. Yeah.
Well, I guess you should see one in the flesh, Mr. Curtis, since you haven't.
Oh, that would be good. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So again, I would try not to. I don't know why I say this because you guys inevitably do the opposite thing. Just don't touch or get touched by its tongue, if you could please.
Okay.
Okay. And if
I'll
you
try
do,
not to get
just
touched.
wash the area immediately.
Okay. I won't touch it.
Okay. All right. So here is Lickitung.
Whoa, what's up, big guy? Nice tongue. Whoa, no, don't get that too close to me, please.
That's
What's up?
I don't really see what's so impressive about
What do you?
about this tongue.
What about its tongue?
I mean, it's pink. It's got a tongue. Yeah, but it's not even really that long.
Well, I mean, it is very long. I mean, it's like
you know what? You want to see a long tongue? I'll show you a long tongue.
Okay, no, I don't want to see that. I don't
oh my god! Whoa! Is it?
I totally forgot that you had that long of a tongue. It's been a while since I've seen it, and honestly, it hasn't been long enough.
Coleman,
I wish it was.
Coleman, compare the length.
I don't really.
Just grab it at the end.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna.
Stretch it out.
Okay, all right.
Stretch
I have your tongue here. Lickitung, come stand beside Mr. Curtis.
I have a glove, Corbin. Here, put this on your hand.
Okay, thank God.
I'm
thank
allergic.
You so much.
No, the latex is gonna make my.
Okay, all right.
Out.
Shut up. Shush. So if I stretch Lickitungs out, that one's gross.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it to Lickitung, probably by at least another 2 feet, man. It's not even close.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, another 2 feet. Sorry, Mr. Curtis. Roll it back up.
Roll
it back up.
Please.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean,
Please.
I was only 2 feet short of Lickitung.
It stays like this. I'm glad this is just an audio medium.
I mean, we had to see that.
And I have to live with that the rest of my life.
Yeah, I have to live with that knowledge forever.
Oh, God.
Okay, I guess, let's try to take our minds off what the horrors that we just saw, and let's talk about Lickitung. So, yes, it has a very long tongue, but besides that, what else can you tell me about Lickitung? And it is Lickitung. It's not licking tongue, it's just Lickitung.
Okay, yeah, common mistake, honestly.
Yes, common mistake.
Lickitung, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay. There's no N.
So
after
it has a very big pink body and kind of, I hate to say soulless eyes because it sounds mean, but they are soulless, but they're kind of cute in a way.
There's not a thought behind those eyes, let me tell you.
No. Very, very long tongue, obviously. And it has, I think, 3 or 4 kind of yellowish, thick stripes along its belly. Yeah. A big old curly tail. Yeah. It's also pink like its whole body.
What would you say that tail is made out of?
I would say fur, but it's kind of hard to tell from here.
It looks like more skin, honestly. I'm not sure. I don't think Lickitung has fur.
You know what? I think that is skin. That's gross. Okay. And then on its knees, or in the middle of each leg, it has another yellow shaped little circle.
Yeah. Okay.
And it has little claws.
One little claw on each
one
hand.
claw per stubby arm,
and then one bigger claw on each foot, and that's about
it. Looks more like a hoof or something, kind of.
More like a hoof, yeah.
And one fat folded tail.
Yep, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have to admit defeat there. He does have a longer tail than I do. So
you don't. Do you have a tail?
The tongue is outstanding, but I will admit defeat in the tail.
No, you
have a tail?
You definitely lost in the tongue department.
It's debatable, but
there's no way you have a tail too. There's no way.
Okay, all right. I think we've gotten all we can get out of Lickitung, so I think it's time we put Lickitung away and start reading these Pokedex entries.
Okay, bye, Lickitung.
Okay, watch out for the tongue.
All right.
Okay, all right. Here we go. All right. Starting off in the Kanto region, the first entry says its tongue can be extended like a chameleon's. It leaves a tingling sensation when it licks enemies. Yes, Corbin, I see your hand is raised.
Yes. Is that why you made me wear the glove?
Well, yeah. I mean, it is a little bit more than the tingling sensation, I suppose. It can cause a lot more issues than just that, as we'll learn.
Like what?
Oh, I said we'll learn about it.
Right
now, I don't know what a chameleon is.
It's that one guy from Hoenn, the little green guy.
Oh, are you talking about Kecleon?
Kecleon, that's a chameleon.
Is it the chameleon Pokemon?
It's got to be its egg group, right?
Chameleon? Let's see here. Let me go ahead and scroll through my Pokedex real quick. Let me see if I can find it.
No, it's not Chameleos. It's Kecleon.
Kecleon.
Curtis.
It's Chameleos? What?
Chameleos is not a Pokemon. Not the one that's registered yet.
Let's see here. Kecleon.
Oh, okay.
Could be one in Paldea since they're still
No, Kecleon is a color swap Pokemon.
Oh,
It is not a chameleon Pokemon.
I've always called that Kelceon, but okay.
No.
Is that C
no.
hard?
I
didn't know that was a hard C.
It's a hard
it's
C.
followed by an L.
Yeah.
So if it was followed by an E, yeah, I could maybe assume that it was a soft.
This is just
C,
basic phonics, Mr. Curtis.
You might be right.
No, so I think I do think that they meant Kecleon. Although I haven't gotten a good look at Kecleon's tongue.
Oh, I think it's supposed to say Charmander.
What? Or you mean Charmeleon?
Yeah. It's supposed to say Charmeleon because it's got the CHA and then melon in the name.
Okay, but Charmeleon doesn't have a super long tongue.
Right, but I think it's just a typo.
Oh, okay. Well, a type, as in they meant to write Charmeleon.
It's supposed to say its tongue could be extended as long as a Charmeleon. I think that's what it's supposed to say. That makes so much more sense.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think that's correct. I think they meant to say Kecleon, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. The next entry in the Kanto region says its tongue spans almost 7 feet.
Whoa!
And moves more freely than its forelegs. Its licks can cause paralysis.
Ooh, okay.
That's why you wore gloves.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay.
So this means that Mr. Curtis's tongue is 5 feet long.
5 feet.
Yeah, but I think it's got a little bit more mass to it. A
little more girth.
Yours does?
Yeah, it has a little bit more. Yeah, because this is longer in mine, but mine's like thicker.
How do you even talk? How do you even talk?
It's all rolled up in there.
It's folded like real origami.
Most
style.
of the tongue is sucked back into his throat and into his belly. It just kind of hangs out there.
That just doesn't seem like it would work very well.
I mean, gets me through the day.
All right. The next entry says its tongue, twice its body, its tongue, twice its body's length, moves around freely to catch prey. Its licks cause a tingling sensation.
Is it the same thing as paralysis?
What, a tingling sensation?
Yeah.
I mean, no. But it can do two things. It can cause a tingling sensation and then paralysis.
Okay. All right. Fair.
All right. The Johto region. First entry here says its tongue has well-developed nerves that run to the very tip, so it can be deftly manipulated.
Oh, okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but nerves are for the feely feel and not the movie move, right?
Well, there's motor nerves, right? As well as sensory nerves?
Oh, okay. Sure. What am I, a biologist?
You're the professor here. You tell me.
Anyways, basically, it's got a bunch of nerves that go all the way up and down its tongue, and that makes it so it can move it easily.
That tracks.
Sure,
okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. The next entry says its long tongue, slathered with a thick, gooey saliva, sticks to anything, so it is very useful.
Okay.
That's that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, good for catching prey, good for, picking up the remote that's across the room. Good for
a lot of things, honestly.
I'd maybe keep some wipes, though, to kind of wipe off that saliva before you take the remote from it.
No, it grabs it for itself.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. The next entry says it has a tongue that is over 6 foot 6 inches long. It uses this long tongue to lick its body clean.
Oh, okay, cool, very nice.
Hey, it's a cleany boy.
So yeah, it cleans itself with its tongue. I guess it doesn't paralyze itself with its tongue.
Yeah, very hygienic.
Maybe. Sticky for sure. It's still gonna be sticky.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why it doesn't have fur. It's just skin.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easier to lick. I don't know.
Oh, you think it licked off all the fur? So you got big hairballs somewhere?
No, I think it evolved to not have fur to make it easier to lick itself.
Okay.
That makes more sense. More slick.
Than giant, gooey Lickitung hairballs.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. That would be awful. Okay. Moving on to the Hoenn region. Whenever Lickitung comes across something new, it will unfailingly give it a lick. It does so because it memorizes things by texture and by taste. It is somewhat put off by sour things.
Okay.
So it doesn't like things that are sour. Yeah, and I do find it very interesting that it memorizes things by texture and taste.
Cool. Okay.
So I imagine it does not like mucks.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's gotta nearly kill it, right?
But it loves vanillish.
Or Fido.
Or Fido, yeah. Again, well, we haven't incorporated that into the National Pokedex yet, so if you could please not talk about that Pokemon.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was.
What's the one from the Galar region? Alcremie.
That would be good to lick.
Yeah, that'd be very good to lick.
Curtis, we've talked about this. You can't say that about Pokemon anymore. Can't.
I mean, but it's an Alcremie, like it's a ice cream Pokemon.
Yeah,
no.
I'm sure. Like I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure once we get to the Pokedex entry for Alcremie, it's gonna say "good to lick." It's gonna say this Pokemon is cute. Also, side note, lick it. Go ahead.
I feel like listen. If there's laws against me rapping, in the cafeteria at school, I feel like there's laws against licking Pokemon. I feel like it should be allowed.
I'm like almost 99% certain that the entries do talk about how it tastes, though. I mean, if the entries are going to talk about how it tastes, then I mean, how would they know that except for if they did some tasting, if they did some licking,
You can taste it without licking it.
How?
Stop it!
Stop, please.
You can rub it with your hand or with paper, and then lick that paper or your hand.
Is that more or less weird? I don't know. It seems like putting such a big process into it is weird.
Yeah, it's to keep them safe.
Wait, who are we talking about licking again?
Any Pokemon.
Oh, Alcremie.
No, there should be rules against licking any Pokemon. Is what I'm saying. It's weird. Can't do that.
I mean, some Pokemon are designed to be licked.
No, you can't say
nature.
that. Because then where does it
end?
I just did.
What?
You can't say they're designed to be licked. That makes it sound like they were literally just created by Arceus for licking purposes only.
Oh no, I'm just saying that
that's just so demeaning.
Evolutionary trait or something that
If they look like food and they taste good, maybe Arceus wanted them to be licked.
Listen, you can't just go. I mean, imagine if I was to go up to a random person and say, "Hey, you're made to be licked." It doesn't sound too nice, does it?
Yeah, but people don't look like food.
I mean, it could be a really good pickup line though.
How about you try it? Let me know how it goes.
Hey, you look good enough to lick.
Hey, can I just say no?
You can't say that.
I saw you from across the bar over there, and can I just say you look like you're designed to be licked. Anyways, I'm Professor Jacob. Please come to my class.
Listen, girl, those eyeballs, they need to be licked.
Yo, I'm about to replace your eyeball liquid with my saliva.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, you know what?
Was that was too far?
That's too far. You said it was sexy, and then you killed it.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I want to go back to class, Professor, please.
Okay, all right. We'll read another entry. How about that? Its tongue is twice the length of its body. It can be moved like an arm for grabbing food and attacking.
Okay.
He gonna tongue punch you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, be careful. All right, that does it for the Hoenn region. Moving on to the Sinnoh region. Instead of hands, it uses its tongue, which is twice its height. The sticky saliva grips anything. The next one, there's another one here in the Sinnoh region, which is great. I love it when they have two. It says, when it extends its over 6 foot long tongue, its tail quivers. There is a possibility that they are connected.
Ooh,
I do want to say I love absolutes in the Pokédex that you brought up before. Sticky saliva does grip anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Anything it can grip with that sticky saliva.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why wouldn't it? Just like Charizard can melt anything.
Almost. I mean,
as far as Pokedex absolutes go, this is a pretty tame one. I feel like, I mean, I guess you could say, oh, can it tongue grip onto the idea of love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess you're right.
The
It
concept
probably couldn't.
of love. It can lick anything.
That is a thing technically. If you want to get to really dig deep into it.
Yeah.
So it should say it's sticky saliva grips anything tangible.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Is that good?
Sure.
Is that? I'm sorry, Mr. Curtis. Is that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you, Mr. Curtis?
Professor. Yes.
Okay.
I
great.
love it.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, and you were so focused on that, did you miss the fact that its 6-foot-long tongue is connected to its tail somehow?
I did catch that. I'm not
okay.
Sure. I mean, my tongue's connected to the rest of my body in all sorts of ways. So.
Even your tail?
That's right. I mean, just like your hand's connected to your foot, like it's there. It goes.
The leg bone's connected to the tongue bone.
That's fine.
The tongue bone's connected to the other tongue.
Man.
Okay. Shut up, Corbin. Don't patronize me.
Sorry.
Wow, Bo, that was funny. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the one pulling all the weight this time.
Sorry. Sorry. I'll let you have your moment to shine.
Thank you. All right, guys, you're not going to believe this. I have a Pokedex entry here from the Unova region.
Say it ain't so. I will not go. Carry me home.
Please don't. Yeah, please don't go. Please stay.
Oh, Unova, take me home to the place.
A different song.
That's not the song.
All right.
All right. The entry says, being licked by its long saliva-covered tongue leaves a tingling sensation. Extending its tongue retracts its tail. So they figured out the whole tail tongue.
Ooh, so it's not tingling anymore. It's just confirmed officially.
What?
That because it said before that it's tail quivers, so it's possible they're connected.
Yes.
Now it's just straight up saying in Unova they're connected.
Absolutely. So Unova did some research and they found this out and they were like, oh, fine. I guess we'll get up and we'll rate our own Pokedex entry for once.
Yeah, exactly. Putting Rowan to shame.
I know. All right, let's see here. Moving on. I don't think there's anything from the Kalos region. Let's go on to the Alola region. We make fun of the Unova region a lot, but I really think Kalos has dropped the ball the most here. I don't think we've ever gotten a new Pokedex entry from them. Maybe once or twice. It is so disappointing. Anyways, Alola. Alola, on the other hand, knocks it out of the park every single time.
Yeah,
great.
Alola does usually provide us some good insight.
Yes. All right, there's 2 here. It says, it checks out whatever's around it by licking everything. If you don't clean off a spot where it's licked you, you'll break out in a rash.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you might get paralyzed, tingling sensation, and also a rash. So I don't...
That's not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it on you.
No, please.
The next one here says, it licks filth clean with its tongue. Whatever it licks always stinks afterwards. So whether it's really clean is questionable.
Okay.
They did put that ellipse in there for a pause.
I mean, it's not covered in dirt anymore, but is it covered with sticky rash-causing stinky saliva? Maybe.
Yes, absolutely. I would not touch it. I absolutely would not touch it.
Huh.
And it's like, does it just lick any filth clean? Or because that to me makes it sound like it just likes to eat filth.
I mean, it very well may.
Or is it like, man, I'm going to use this chair. I better lick it clean.
I think it's just non-discriminatory. I just think it just anything it can lick up, it is happy to do so.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna do it for the Alola region. Let's move on to the Galar region. The first entry says, if this Pokemon's sticky saliva gets on you and you don't clean it off, an intense itch will set in. The itch won't go away either. So it's there forever.
So just like forever. You're itchy forever.
So yes, again, like I said before, clean if it licks you, clean it off. This is why this class is so important, guys. Because like, I mean, you could just be out in the wild and a Lickitung comes by and it licks you and you be like, oh man, that was weird. Oh, my arm is tingly. Ha ha ha. But you don't realize is that then your arm is gonna be tingly forever.
Yeah.
Itchy forever. Well, I mean,
unless you find some sort of antidote.
Can you imagine if you weren't, class certified and you're out there? All sorts of dangerous things.
Corbin. So again, next time you ask me for a Pokemon, just remember, you might have accidentally gotten a Lickitung that licks you and then you're itchy forever.
I mean, you know what? That's true. I mean, imagine how many students you're helping right now listening to this. They could have been licked by 100 Lickitungs. And now they'll be safe knowing that they'll die or be itchy forever if they do.
I mean, if they don't wash it off right away.
If they don't, you got to wash it. Yes.
Yeah, make sure you wash it off. Like, I mean, I would say within like 5 minutes probably is enough time.
Yeah.
Make sure you
5 to 10 minutes max.
All right, the next entry says, bug Pokemon are Lickitung's main food source. This Pokemon paralyzes its prey with a lick from its long tongue and then swallows the prey whole.
Nice yummy Spinnerax for Lickitung.
Let me get those Spinnerax.
Let me get a couple Spinnerax. Yummy.
I love Mr. Curtis's special Spinnerax. They taste the best.
Well, my Spinnerax are the best, so they do also taste the best. but they don't go down without a fight. Okay, there's no easy just slurp them up. Not with my Spinnerax in area doses.
Okay, be real, Mr. Curtis. Who do you think would win in a fight? One of your Spinnerax or a Lickitung?
Yes. Well, one of my Spinnerax, 100% my Spinnerax. I mean, they're 3 times their size. I mean, come on. But a regular Spinnerax. No, I mean, I think a Lickitung could give a regular Spinnerack a run for its money.
Okay, you have a lot of high hopes for your Spinnerax, I see. Okay, that does it for the Galar region. There is an entry here from the Hisui region, an ancient text, if you will.
Run it back.
I have to unfurl this ancient scroll.
Run it back, throw back to the old days.
Throwback Wednesdays. Okay, it says, wields its long tongue deftly as though it were an arm. This Pokemon's viscous saliva, once it has been collected and boiled down, yields a strong and highly useful adhesive.
Okay, hold on, wait. So back in the Hisui region before they were civilized, you mean those dirty, rotten savages? Those dirty, mud-eating savages were cutting off and licking.
We've lost all of our Sinnoh listeners.
I don't care. Let the Sinnoh listeners get mad a little bit. They're grimy, gross guys and girls.
No, they're not.
Okay?
No, they're not. They're perfectly wonderful people that, have different bathing habits than we do.
Listen. I know Dawn through mutual friends, and if her ancestors did this, that's disgusting. They're cutting off Lickitung tongues. Dawn is a girl. We've been over this 100 times. Dawn identifies as a girl. Get over it. She. I mean, wait, sorry.
What?
she, her pronouns, okay? For Dawn. So, with that being said, I think it's disgusting that people used to cut off Lickitung's tongues and eat them.
That's not, what? What? Where did you get that from?
Wait,
I didn't say that at all.
Oh, just the saliva. Okay, just the saliva when it's been collected.
Okay, I was going to say it again.
I thought it meant like the saliva's been collected, rip the whole tongue off.
At least one of our students completely misheard. It says, the Pokemon's viscous saliva, once it has been collected and boiled down, yields a strong and highly useful adhesive. So they only just wring out the tongue and then collect the saliva.
Okay, I was testing you guys to make sure you were listening. I knew that.
And I will say, for the record, I've known quite a few nice people from Hisui. They are wonderful.
So you mean Sinnoh?
You know people from Hisui?
Sinnoh now.
No, I mean, yeah, I know people from Sinnoh, but I've known some people from Hisui before. They're pretty nice.
Curtis, everybody who lived in the Hisui region is dead. It's hundreds of years old.
They've been dead for hundreds of years.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen them in a while, so.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You were alive hundreds of years ago. Sure, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, you didn't know this, but Mr. Curtis's tongue grows 1 inch for every year that he's been alive.
That's not true. That's not a true statement.
You're right. I don't know. I don't know Mr. Curtis biology. That is a study all on its own.
That's his whole other class.
That does it for the regional Pokédex.
Well, hold on. I would like to make a public apology to our, many listeners.
Yes.
Many students listening. I am so sorry for my cruel words about the Sinnoh students. You guys are not that bad.
You heard it here first. You're not that bad.
You're not that bad. I, for a second, thought you were dirty, rotten bottom feeders, cutting off Lickitung tongues and eating them, but I stand corrected. It was just the saliva. So,
well, where did eating come from?
Carry on.
I don't.
Yeah, I guess you weren't even listening at all, were you?
Well, you can eat an adhesive, right?
No. Let me be on the record
but
right
you
now.
shouldn't. Okay.
Good for the colon.
All right, everybody, focus up. We got a couple more entries to read here. So I'm moving on to the unique Pokedex entries. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Lickitung, the licking Pokemon. It uses its tongue that is more than twice the length of its body to battle, as well as to gather food.
Okay.
I mean,
that tracks with everything else.
Yep.
And the next one comes to us from a Rotom Pokedex. It says Lickitung, the licking Pokemon, a normal type. When Lickitung eats something new, it never forgets how that food tastes or smells.
Love it. Love that.
Yeah. Excellent job. And
I love that for it.
I'm happy for Lickitung for having such a great memory connected to its tongue. Maybe the tongue is its brain.
Maybe it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long, big brain then.
That does it for the Pokedex entries on Lickitung. So now it's time to test your knowledge. So today, I think I would like. I think I would like you guys.
Quiz.
No, don't say it.
Quiz.
To pitch me a Pokemon.
Okay,
I want you to convince me to buy your Lickitung. All right. Let's see here. I do have a rubric for this assignment, correct?
Yes.
Let's see here. The rubric is 1. Must include information we learned in class. 2. Must demonstrate an understanding of that Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. 3. It must provide 2 different selling points in your pitch. And as an addendum, these selling points must be for the Pokemon itself and not a product it provides or produces. So don't sell me adhesive from the Lickitung's tongue, all right? Sell me the Lickitung. And 4, the student who provides the most compelling selling points will get a bonus point. All right, who is ready? Ready to get started?
Yep.
Corbin, I would like very much for you to start us off.
Okay. All right. So am I pitching this Lickitung for you specifically, Professor?
It's Lickitung, not Lickitung.
Lickitung, that's what I said. Is it specifically for you, Professor?
I guess so. I don't.
Okay. I thought it was more of a general sense, but
yeah, I know. I think I prefer a general sense.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good.
Okay, because you don't think I'm gonna be interested.
No. I think it'd be helpful for everybody too. But this is
okay.
Just listen. Just everybody listen up. All right.
Shut up.
Hello. Are you in the market for a Lickitung?
No. Bye.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
You're about to be.
Okay.
There is an illness. There is an illness that affects something percent of adults at some point in their life. I don't have the percentage pulled up. Mm-hmm. One of the most common diseases that humans are afflicted by as they get older is Alzheimer's.
Okay.
It sucks. It's awful. It's the worst.
It's bad.
It's really bad. Now, if you are caring for an Alzheimer's patient, I will tell you that Lickitung is a great asset to have for many reasons.
Okay.
Number 1, it has. And just for elderly in general, I mean, this could be elderly in general, but you can lump Alzheimer's patients into here for a couple reasons. First of all, its tongue is super, super long. We know this. And it's great for sticking to things and reaching things. No longer does your old grandpappy need a claw grabber in order to grab the remote from the other side of the room. Lickitung is there with its 6-foot tongue in order to do that for them. Number 1.
Okay.
And also it's great at grabbing food. If Grandpappy needs to get his tapioca from the fridge or something, you know what? Lickitung can grab that for you. He can wait on your hand and foot. He loves to do it. Now, not only is the length and stickiness important for that reason, the stickiness is also important to clean the old people.
Okay.
Sponge baths can be hard, especially with old people being able to, some hard to reach places and stuff. And, some of them can't always stand up. So the best thing to do is to have a Lickitung just...
Yeah, go on.
Just
Please continue to dig this hole which you have chiseled out for yourself.
Is just
I would like to see you enter it.
Is just have your Lickitung lick your naked grandpa.
lick him clean.
Right.
No, just lick him clean. I mean, listen. This isn't. I'm not going to dive into specifics. I'm not going to look. We're trying to keep this class as clean as possible. But
I'm trying. It doesn't sound like you're trying.
right.
no, I am trying. But this is a practical reason. I'm not saying this to be gross. This is an actual practical reason to use a Lickitung. It could be used to help legitimately bathe older people who can't clean themselves. The tongue is long and can reach anywhere.
Stop. Move on to your next point.
No, I'm
Move
saying,
on. What does this have to do with
no,
Alzheimer's?
I'm saying it can reach anywhere. It's good for collecting dirt and other things, and it sticks to it. And all you have to do is just have a quick rinse afterwards to make sure that the sticky residue doesn't leave any itchiness behind. So you're good to go. No rashes.
So you have to get into the shower anyways.
You gotta take a bath anyway.
No, you can you can be wiped down with a washcloth afterwards.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Listen.
What does this have to do with Alzheimer's?
Listen, this is where it comes in handy. Alzheimer's.
Okay, this is. I hope you. Bring it back
been
here,
in handy.
Corbin.
It's been in handy the whole time, but here's where it's really good. All right, so Alzheimer's patients in particular can be very, very aggressive.
Okay.
So the tongue.
So paralyze them with Lickitung's tongue.
Yes. So in order to calm down an aggressive Alzheimer's patient, having a hug by a Lickitung tongue might help. That sounded like a nursery rhyme.
It does.
A hug from a Lickitung tongue will go a long way with aggressive Alzheimer's patients in order to calm them down so nurses or whoever can treat them the way that they're supposed to be treated. So you got the length, you got the cleanliness and the dirt grabbing and food grabbing and other stuff grabbing, and you have the paralysis in order to put some of these gentle old folks at ease that are being highly aggressive, whether it be Alzheimer's or just your old grandpappy is just mean. Okay. So I think it's very, very important to have around the house if you have an elderly person that you're taking care of.
Okay. I like where he said use the tongue as a grabby claw thing for old people.
Yeah, but even okay, we can talk about it. But Mr. Curtis, I would like to hear your pitch, please.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. Let me just get a...
He always does this. He always takes a drink. He always slurps it real loud, too.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, now, this is the start of my pitch. Now.
It starts off with now.
I cannot ever condone running a criminal syndicate. But, if I did want a Pokemon accomplice for running my criminal syndicate, the best accomplice for the job would be Lickitung. First, what's the most important thing you'd need to do if you commit a crime?
Get rid of the evidence?
Yeah.
Cover your tracks.
Yep.
Yeah, get rid of the evidence. Lickitung causes our... Okay, if you commit a crime.
What? What is happening?
I'm sorry. I lost my train. I lost my spot, my pitch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you want to take another run at it?
No,
that train left the station faster than a Hitmonchan's punches.
What's the most important thing
fast.
you need to do if you commit a crime? Cover your tracks. Causing a messy crime scene? No more. Now it is all gone, and maybe a little smelly, but at least your tracks are covered. Lickitung's tongue is also quite sticky, and causes paralysis. So it's good for catching, escaping targets, or competing criminals in your turf war. Once you have those targets in your grasp, you can force them to give you all the secret info they have by letting Lickiting's saliva stick on them, causing them to get real rashy and itchy, and to torture them that way. They can also be used to assist in other minor ways, like to use its saliva to make climbing gear, to maybe rob a museum.
What?
Or
climbing gear?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Explain more.
Well, it's sticky adhesive. You use it and it makes you stick to the wall, like you put it on your shoes and stuff. And you can also use its tongue memory of things that it's licked to help make more convincing forgeries. Though these two things are minor contributions. All in all, Lickitung is one tasty friend to crime.
I think there should be a new rule in the curriculum that you can't use Pokemon for illegal activities.
I mean,
because Curtis has multiple times now suggested he's pitched his Pokemon for illegal use.
You have two, Corbin.
No,
right?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you talked about breaking into somebody's house.
And I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember you talking about using one Pokemon as an instrument for war and committing genocide. So
war's not illegal. War's not illegal.
It depends on who you ask.
Depending on who you ask.
Also, you did also, suggest using Lickitung as a way to subdue old people.
That not seems illegal. That's literally illegal. Old people care.
That's drugging them against their will.
Okay, so whenever an Alzheimer's patient gets drugged now in order to get their meds, you think that's illegal? No, it's not. It's not.
I don't know.
You're gonna ask somebody who's not in their right mind, hey, Grandpappy, can you chill out so I can give you your meds?
So to recap here, okay. Lickitung, great accomplice. Good for cleaning up, covering your tracks. Good for catching your targets, whether they be for, assassination or, if you're, chasing somebody down who's been messing around on your turf. They're good for torching information out of people. And then you can also use them to help with the other two minor things I was talking about, to help make like climbing equipment and to make more convincing forgeries if you were like a burglar from a museum and you wanted to swap something out. So
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this has not been the best showing for a pitch of Pokemon.
Oh, come on,
Professor! I worked really hard on mine.
Mine is so practical.
I thought mine.
He is just giving Team Rocket more ideas. That's what he's doing.
So Corbin, for yours, I think when you went into it, you kind of forgot the fact that Lickitung's saliva does, cause rashes and paralysis and stuff. So if you were to use its tongue to grab like a remote or something for Grandpappy, it's going to be covered in that saliva, which is going to make him itch forever.
I guess, but you could also give it a glove for its tongue. Like, okay, going back to the whole, like, washing the grandpa thing.
Well, then it wouldn't be adhesive. It wouldn't be sticky.
Okay. You could...
The saliva is the sticky part.
All you have to do is have Grandpa have his hand sanitizer next to him. Listen, and going back to the whole washing thing, you could have literally him hold the scrubber, the loofah. Like, Lickitung can hold the loofah so that he's not just washing with his adhesive tongue. It can be he's using the loofah for him so that you don't have to worry about washing it off after the Lickitung has licked his body. He's not licking the body directly, he's using something else.
And Mr. Curtis, you said that Lickitung is good for cleaning up the crime scene, except for the fact that it is gonna leave a trail of saliva over
that's
everything
just not
that it
true,
licks.
Right, but it's a blanket of saliva. It doesn't leave any type of DNA evidence.
Yes, it does.
I think it does.
It definitely
actually.
does. You mean to tell me that saliva's not DNA evidence? Come on.
Well, I mean, maybe for that particular Lickitung, but it's not like, it's not going to have your fingerprints or anything on there.
But they could track where that Lickitung is.
And they also won't need that because they know there's only one criminal out there who's dumb enough to have a Lickitung as its accomplice.
Not after they hear my pitch. Everybody's going to want a Lickitung as an accomplice. That's right. They're going to have... Listen, are they going to be able to identify that Lickitung licked it? Yes. But that's all they're going to be able to figure out. They're not going to be able to figure out who you are, and that's what's important. Lickitung is the fallback.
But here's the thing. All they have to do is that's like somebody robbing a store with a specific car, and they're like, okay, we'll just narrow it down. Anyone who has this type of car, that's our suspect. They're gonna find out that a Lickitung licked up the tracks or the evidence, and they'll be like, okay, we'll just narrow it down. Any trainer that has a Lickitung is the culprit.
Right. Because there's a national registry of every Pokemon owned by every person. Mm-hmm.
And I think the whole goal of covering up your tracks is to make sure that there's like nothing there.
Not saliva trails.
All right. I need to make a decision, and against my better judgment, I think I'm gonna go with Mr. Curtis.
Oh my!
He gets
God.
The extra point
every
time.
No,
I'm sorry. No, it's not every time. It's
every time.
Here's the thing. I feel like yours, Corbin, could be done by anything that can get up and walk around and move.
I disagree. I
feel like there's a bunch of better Pokemon.
Nope, there's stickiness involved.
I don't
there's
want
grabbing,
stickiness to be involved.
There's washing involved. It's made for elderly care.
Oh my god. You're both getting like you're losing at least 1 point here, and I don't know if it's for the first point or the second. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're losing like half a point for the second part of the rubric, which is demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities.
I demonstrated that.
Except you forgot that its tongue, its saliva gives you rashes and stuff.
I didn't forget that. You can still rinse things off.
Yeah, but you didn't mention that at all when you were talking about when it picking up the remote to give to somebody.
Okay, well then I'm mentioning it now. Like you can just wipe it.
It's too late.
It's too late. No, keep baby wipes on deck and just wash off the remote.
But Mr. Curtis does get the bonus point.
That's so stupid.
I think that was a very fair and equitable
I bet you do. I bet you do think that.
Yeah, you know what, Corbin? I do agree. I do agree. These were both stupid.
His is committing a crime and leaving a trail of evidence. Mine is like, yeah, you can help your old grandpappy with his meds and food and washing.
Yeah, just make sure you always have baby wipes on hand, or else he's gonna be itchy for the rest of his life.
Otherwise, everything that Lickitung does is just gonna cause your.
Listen, you say rest of tongue. You say Lickitung. You say the grandpa's gonna be itchy for the rest of his life, like he has a long life to live. Okay, what's 2 more years?
No.
What's 2 more years as an itchy invalid? Okay.
Jeez, Corbin. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put an end to this. That's gonna do it for our lesson on Lickitung. Does anybody know who we're gonna be talking about next week? Do I know who we're gonna be talking about next week? That's a good question.
Lick-a-feet.
Okay. Well,
no, it has nothing to do with Lickitung.
Sorry.
I mean, is it Licky? Isn't
Licky? Yes, that is the evolved form of Lickitung. However, we're not.
Why are we not going in order, Professor?
We are going in order. It's registration order.
It's registration order. Okay.
But
yes, Licky was registered in the Sinnoh region. All right, so we will talk about Licky when we talk about those Pokemon from the Sinnoh region.
I still think we should go in order of what we vote for.
I still think you're wrong. Who are we talking about next week?
I'll
give you a hint.
Moltres.
Oh, Professor, I've got some lozenges here.
It's okay. I'm just giving you. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a hint.
I've got winter mint and honey crisp.
Oh, honey crisp is good. Honey crisp is really good. Give him that one.
Okay, yeah. Here, Professor, here's a honey crisp lozenge.
Do you not have Cobalt Cold?
I'm not actually coughing.
Did you not bring Cobalt Cold today? That's my favorite, Mr. Curtis.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't bring any Cobalt.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think you ate them all last time.
Moltres.
No, we're learning about coughing. That's
why are we learning about coughing in a class about Pokemon?
We're learning about
that doesn't seem very safe.
The Pokemon coughing.
Oh,
this is why it's a good thing you're in this class, Corbin, because you don't even know the names of the Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's yeah.
All right, but that's next week. So until we all come back, if you have any questions for me, the professor, feel free to send me a Gengar mail or a Gmail, for if you're hip with the lingo. You can reach us at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gengar mail account, that is perfectly fine. You can also find us on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter. We are there at wwopokemon as well. If you would like to leave us a review,
please,
if you're feeling like that, I mean, go ahead. We love it. We love getting feedback. Helps me be a better professor, even though I think I'm already a pretty darn good professor. And it helps our students and teaching assistants be a little bit better at what they do too.
Of course.
You can give us a review at Flapple Podcast. It's spelled like Apple Podcast, which is weird. Or Spotifygon, which is just kind of spelled Spotify. Yeah, they kind of like named them weird. I don't know.
Is it time for a field trip yet?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of that. That's Mr. Curtis's job.
Mr. Curtis, is it time for a field trip yet?
I have positioned the principal about it a couple times.
You've positioned him?
You've positioned him? And in what way?
I've propositioned him about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And he, every time I send him an email about it, he never seems to respond. So I probably will have to leave it on his desk.
But anyways, until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.